It was 1989. Saturday morning cartoons were the paramount of any child's weekend, taking up airspace on different channels from 8 a.m. to noon. Kids would often wake up before their parents, grab a bowl of cereal, and plant themselves in front of the TV. This was before the time of on-demand, TiVo, or even the widespread use of VCRs. So if you wanted to watch cartoons, you had to get your ass out of bed. As is still popular today, many of these shows became video games, and were marketed towards the kids that watched them. Today, I'm going to be playing one of those games, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for the NES. It was developed by Konami and published by Ultra Games in the States. Now, I just want to say that this is the first video showing something I had played as a kid, and I'm excited to play it again. Alright. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I haven't played this for at least a decade and a half. Let's see how I do. I remember these guys from the cartoon. I think they're called Mousers. They're supposed to hunt down Splinter. If I remember correctly, they were an invention of Dr. Baxter Stockman, the guy that somehow became part fly in the cartoon series. I don't remember him being in this game. I don't remember what those fly things are. Probably just another invention of his. At the first boss already. That was too easy. Ha! The Foot Clan. Ugh! Now there are two of them throwing ninja stars. And you get a slice of pizza and head back out. Wait. Isn't that the same manhole I just went down? Look at that shit. So I didn't have to do all that. Oh well, let's just go to the last manhole. In this stage, you take out a couple of small groups of enemies before coming to the first sidekick Shredder, Bebop. Although he has more health than other enemies at this point, he's pretty easy to beat. He keeps hitting part of the ceiling when he jumps. After Bebop blinks out of existence, the other sidekick, Rocksteady, grabs April and heads out the door. Now I'm on a different section of the map. First thing I see is an open door on a building. So let's go in. Look, a whole pizza. So you go through 2 stories of enemies to get this thing, only to find out it's a dead end. You'll have to go through this crap again just to get out of the building, and chances are your health level will be the same or less than when you went in. Let's talk about this for a second. A game developer that feels they need to put as many dead ends as possible in a game is fucking stupid. Why would you do that to the player? They bought your game, why not give them a level they can beat so they can have some sense of accomplishment? And you might think, hey, that's 2 dead ends. There can't be any more for a while, right? Wrong. In the first stage, there is 1 door and 7 manholes, a total of 8 passages, and you only have to use 4 of them. 2 entrances, 2 exits, not counting the stage exit. And if you think that ends at the first stage, think again. On the 3rd stage, most of your time will be spent in the party van driving around, but to get through some barriers, you need missiles. You can get some at the end of the first doorway, which happens to be the only doorway you need to enter until you reach the end of the stage. It gives you 10 missiles, and there's only 7 barriers directly between you and the last doorway. There are some areas that have other doors, but are completely unnecessary. Now enough with dead ends. Let's look at the gameplay. First thing I see is jumping. It's terrible. It's like jumping on the moon. If you want to control the direction, you better decide before you get in the air. Controlling the direction of the jump seems to have a mind of its own. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. If you press A like you would in Super Mario, it will send you shooting to the top of the screen like a backflipping rocket. And with enemies spawning all over the place, it's not a good thing. There are even some places you can't get across unless you lightly tap the jump button. I've been told that there are 2 impossible jumps in this game, both in the driving stage. One at the beginning, just before the missiles, the other at the end in the sewers. I only consider the first one an impossible jump, because if you jump at all, you won't make it across. That's right, if you press jump, you'll never make it. However, if you simply press left on the D-pad, you'll skip along like it doesn't exist. Now, to put aside the complaints for a moment, let's talk power-ups. First one you'll likely come across is the pizza power-up. The pizza is always health, and how much it fills depends on the icon. A slice is about 25% additional health. Half pizza is 50%, and a full pizza, you guessed it, it's fully restored health. There are weapon power-ups as well. Ninja stars, 1 or 3 at a time. Boomerangs are useful because you can catch them when they come back and share them with the other turtles. The anchor icon is some sort of energy wave. And a guy walking down a sidewalk? Oh, that's what it's for. I didn't know turtles could walk tightrope. And last and least, Mr. Invincible. It's a spinning attack instantly triggered when you get the power-up. You're given no option to save it for when you want to use it, and I say the least because it is. I've only seen 2 of these through the game, and even if there are more, it's still the least spawn power-up. The enemies are lackluster, and most I don't recognize. There are of course the Mousers and the Foot Clan, but they seem to only be in the first stage. I don't know what those fly things are, or why there are giant frogs in this game. In the water stage, there are no enemies, just defusing bombs and avoiding obstacles. The underwater lightning bolt, the spinning red eyeball of doom, the turtle eating kelp, the electro seaweed, and the ticking clock. As the game goes on, you do see other... Wait, that guy looks familiar. Oh shit, better watch out. Really? He must be in beta. Look, the Foot Clan is using balloons to drop artillery. Wonder how many kids tried that at Chuck E. Cheese. And what's that fire thing? I don't remember this one from the cartoon or the movies, unless you count this guy. There are several glitches, most of them revolving around this flame guy. Shit. Are you kidding me? It happened again! He went through the platform. And there's this popular one when fighting Rocksteady. Be on top of the crates with Donatello and do a downward attack. Without hitting him, you can cause damage. That one was helpful, but where there's one good glitch, there are at least 2 bad ones. You have the spikes that hurt you without you touching them, and the conveyor belt pass-through. That's enough of this. This game is not what I remember as a kid. I can't believe I ever enjoyed this game. I must have been bored as hell without the internet. The kind of game that tends to handicap, leads the player to useless levels, and throws as many enemies as possible to lower the health bar and take away lives. For ruining my childhood, I'm gonna treat this thing like a child. Now you get in the corner. Don't make me come over there.